Whispers of the Haunted Haveli. Part 1. The legend in the heart of the ancient city of Varanasi, amid the labyrinthine alleys and bustling bazaars, stood an imposing structure that struck fear into the hearts of those who knew of its existence. The infamous Bhanu Haveli. Its weathered facade bore witness to centuries of history and hidden horrors. Locals whispered tales of tragedy, of a curse that clung to the Haveli like a vengeful spirit. Generations had grown up hearing the chilling legend of the Bhanu Haveli. The tale began with the patriarch of the Bhanu family, a ruthless merchant named Virendra Bhanu, who had amassed his wealth through illicit means and heartless deeds. His greed and callousness had earned him the ire of both the living and the dead. One fateful night, a terrible storm descended upon Varanasi. The skies rumbled with fury as lightning split the heavens. Virendra's insatiable greed led him to seal a dark pact, a bargain with a malevolent entity to ensure his wealth remained untouched. In exchange, he offered the entity the souls of his descendants, a curse that would plague his bloodline for generations. The Haveli became a place of suffering, its walls bearing witness to the torment of generations. Shadows danced in the corners, whispers echoed in the hallways, and footsteps reverberated through empty rooms. The curse was said to manifest through the anguished wails of those who had perished in its depths, their spirits forever trapped in a realm between life and death. Part 2. The Investigation. Rumors of the Haveli's haunting had spread far and wide, capturing the attention of paranormal investigators from around the world. Among them was a team led by Dr. Aryan Khanna, a renowned parapsychologist who had spent his life seeking answers to the mysteries that lay beyond the mundane. Aryan's team consisted of Ella, a gifted medium with a unique ability to communicate with spirits, and Rohan, a tech expert responsible for capturing and analyzing evidence of the supernatural. Armed with cutting-edge equipment and a shared passion for the unknown, they set their sights on the Bhanu Haveli. As they arrived at the Haveli, its aura of foreboding seemed to envelop them like a shroud. The centuries-old structure stood in eerie silence, its windows like vacant eyes watching their every move. The wind carried whispers, as if the very walls were conspiring to keep their secrets hidden. "Are you sure about this, Aryan?" Ella's voice quivered, her connection to the spirit realm making her particularly sensitive to the Haveli's energy. Aryan nodded, his determination unwavering. "We're here to uncover the truth, Ella. Let's set up our equipment and proceed with caution." Rohan busied himself with arranging cameras, EMF detectors, and audio recorders throughout the Haveli. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the courtyard, their investigation began. Part 3. The Unseen Forces. As night fell, the Haveli seemed to come alive with a malevolent energy. Footsteps echoed through empty hallways, disembodied whispers hung in the air, and shadows danced along the walls as if guided by an unseen hand. Ella closed her eyes, allowing her connection to the spirit world to guide her. She shivered as she felt a presence, a restless soul seeking solace. "There's something here, Aryan. A spirit that's been trapped for centuries." Aryan nodded, his eyes reflecting a mix of excitement and trepidation. "We need evidence, something concrete to document the presence of these spirits." Rohan's monitors flickered to life, displaying a distortion of energy, an anomaly that seemed to defy explanation. The team gathered around, watching as the energy fluctuated and formed a shape, a spectral figure with hollow eyes. Ella's voice trembled as she whispered, "It's here, right in front of us." The room grew colder, and a mournful cry echoed through the air. The apparition wavered, its form shifting between solidity and translucence. Rohan's audio recorder captured eerie whispers, as if a multitude of voices were speaking in unison, their words echoing the agony of a lifetime of suffering. Part 4. Confronting the Curse. Aryan's determination grew stronger as the evidence mounted. He knew that confronting the curse required a risky step, a seance to communicate directly with the spirits bound to the Haveli. Ella, though hesitant, agreed to use her gift to connect with the other side. The seance was conducted in the heart of the Haveli, a room heavy with the weight of history. Candles flickered, casting dancing shadows on the walls. Ella closed her eyes, her hands resting on a makeshift Ouija board. "Is there anyone here?" she called softly, her voice quivering with a mix of fear and anticipation. A chilling wind swept through the room, extinguishing the candles in its wake. Shadows deepened, and a low moan reverberated through the air. The planchette on the Ouija board trembled, then began to move, spelling out words that sent shivers down their spines. "I seek release," the message read, the letters forming as if guided by an unseen hand. Aryan's voice was unwavering as he addressed the spirit. "We're here to help you find peace. Tell us your story." Ella's voice seemed to blend with the spirits as she recounted the tale of Virendra Bhanu's pact with darkness and the suffering that followed. The planchette moved with an urgency, spelling out a plea for freedom, a desire to break the chains that bound them to the Haveli. Part 5. Laying the past to rest. Aryan and his team dedicated themselves to unraveling the curse that had plagued the Bhanu family for centuries. They scoured historical records, delving into the past to understand the roots of the malevolent entity that had taken hold of the Haveli. Through their research, they uncovered the names of those who had suffered due to Virendra Bhanu's greed, the souls whose anguish had become the foundation of the curse. Armed with this knowledge, they devised a plan to perform a ritual that would release the spirits and break the curse's hold. As they gathered in the Haveli's courtyard, moonlight casting an ethereal glow, Ella channeled the spirits' energy, weaving their stories into a tapestry of redemption and forgiveness. Aryan recited incantations that echoed through the night, his words a plea for closure and release. The air seemed to crackle with energy as the ritual reached its climax. Shadows swirled around them, and a gust of wind swept through the courtyard, as if nature itself bore witness to the spirit's liberation. A spectral figure materialized before them, a figure bathed in light, its eyes radiating peace. The figure spoke in hushed tones, its voice a melodic whisper. "Thank you, brave souls, for freeing us from the shackles of our past." With those words, the curse that had loomed over the Bhanu Haveli for centuries was lifted. The atmosphere grew lighter, and the oppressive aura that had clung to the mansion seemed to dissipate like morning mist. As the first light of dawn broke, Aryan, Ella, and Rohan stood before the Haveli, a sense of accomplishment and closure filling their hearts. The legend of the haunted Bhanu Haveli was forever altered, its legacy transformed from one of darkness to one of redemption. And as the city of Varanasi awakened to a new day, the Haveli stood as a testament to the power of confronting the unknown, of facing one's deepest fears, and of releasing the past to embrace a brighter future. The end. Please subscribe.